You know, with Phoenix Metro being so large, so spread out, so vast, and a lot of different types of places to call home, well, how do you know where to live? How do you know which place suits you, which place, maybe somewhere you don't want to call home at all? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna go over the top 5 highest rated places to call home. Welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. This is Rich Brecklin with eXp Realty in Arizona Life. And like I said, in today's video, I'm going over the top 5 highest rated places to call home right here in Phoenix Metro. What's that rating based off? Well, it's based off a rating system that I made up as I shot this video, but I took a lot of different things into consideration, from location being, views, proximity, amenities, looking at schools, the type of community. So putting that all together, and with my knowledge of the area, I'm like, all right, where are we gonna rank these places? So each one is ranked for a different reason than the other. However, they're on this list for a reason. And you definitely must stick around to see what number 5 is, because it may surprise you. Well, actually, number 5 and number 4, I think they're gonna surprise you because they're not often talked about, and they're, well, you'll see, just watch. All right, to kick it off, we're gonna start in the West Valley in the town of Goodyear, and we're gonna start at ESTRELLA Mountain Ranch. Now, ESTRELLA Mountain Ranch, well, you're right there in the ESTRELLA Mountains. It's ESTRELLA, don't say Estrella, 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 ESTRELLA. But why this community? Well, one, it's pretty spread out, pretty vast. You have a lot of different homes. There are amenities off the charts. There is so much to do here. It is great for, I guess it is you're looking for in a community. I loved it because of the amenities it brings, the type of home, and the settings and surroundings. One of my favorite features of this community is the 72-acre lake. So if you wanna go kayak, go fishing, right here in the desert. And I love Goodyear, and I love where this place is located in Goodyear, because you have the mountains right there, and the scenery is, it's beautiful and it is amazing. Now, if you are not into, hanging out by the water, they also have bike rentals there, a repair shop, even bike sales. There is also a golf course there. So if you're into golfing, 18-hole championship golf course designed by one of the top designers of golf courses. So that brings a lot of people to this community is because of that golf course. And if you have children who are in school, they don't have to leave ESTRELLA Mountain Ranch. They can stay right there, kindergarten through high school, and be right there in school with their friends and people you grew up with. And it sounds kind of weird when I say it, but you can never leave your neighborhood if you don't want to. So a lot of good reasons for this to kick off on my list. Now, if you are looking to buy a home here, home prices are right around that $500,000 mark. So you are going to get a little bit more bang for your buck here than, say, Gilbert for the same type of community, same age of home, same square footage. So you're gonna get a little bit more bang for your buck right there in ESTRELLA Mountain Ranch, around $500,000. But that is why it made my list, for the amenities, the community, and just so much to do right there in the views. So a lot to offer right there in ESTRELLA Mountain Ranch. Next, we're kicking off with probably my personal favorite. It's one that we get to call home, and that is Power Ranch in Gilbert. Now, if you've watched other videos on this channel, I am very partial to Gilbert and to Power Ranch. I love them both. But Power Ranch is number 4 on this list, so that tells you how good this list is. But Power Ranch, if you're not familiar, over 7,000 homes, over 2,200 acres, over 200 acres of open space, 26 miles of trails. There's 2 schools right there in the community. So like my kids are, school age, and they can go to Centennial or Power Ranch. But I mean, it's open enrollment, so they can go wherever, or they can go to school right in the community in which they live. So it's really awesome for building those lifelong friendships and going to school with everyone. So we love that aspect. We also love that there's the community pools. If you live in the Knolls, you also have your separate pool. 11 different neighborhoods, the Knolls being one of them. You also have 2 community lakes, catch and release fishing. And this neighborhood, the HOA, they go above and beyond with the events, with everything they put on. They're always doing something. You know, it might cost you, $5 for taking your kids there or whatever. But when I take our kids there, and my wife and I, we love it. They have fun. It's we're just blown away by all of the events and all of just the community involvement that goes on. But that's why Power Ranch made my list. And if you're looking to buy in Power Ranch, I think my voice just cracked. I'm going through the change at 40 years old. It's around $550,000, so a little bit higher than ESTRELLA. Now they're both around the same age as far as development. Power Ranch, they're not doing any more new construction. If you're looking for that new construction home, you might not find it in Power Ranch, or you're not going to find it in Power Ranch, but for the most part, you can, home prices, again, an average of $550,000, but they'll go up to $1 million. So depending on what it is you're looking for, you'll find it in Power Ranch, but we absolutely love it. And it's just, it's on my list. Well, that's good enough, right? Next up, we are headed to Mesa, and we're going to EASTMARK. EASTMARK it's almost its own city within a city. So EASTMARK is huge. There's over 40 separate neighborhoods within EASTMARK. There are 3,200 acres. You have close proximity to the 202, the 60, the 101. So the location of EASTMARK is a huge plus for me. Location, to those highways, if you're working in Phoenix or even in the West Valley, if you want to live in Mesa and work in the West Valley, but that is a huge plus. And you are close to the Phoenix Mesa, Gateway Airport. So if you don't need to fly from Phoenix itself, you can fly from Mesa, which is great for the smaller airlines like Allegiant that flies, to your smaller and mid-sized markets like Peoria, Illinois. But I like flying out of Mesa Airport. It's just it's just smaller, it's easier to maneuver than going into Phoenix. So if you are looking to get into EASTMARK, there are 8 different builders, which is huge. So that's really nice when you have that many different builders, so you aren't stuck with the same 3 styles of homes, same floor plans. And speaking of floor plans, there are over 50 different floor plans you get to choose from those 8 builders. So that's pretty awesome, pretty crazy. And they're still building new construction in EASTMARK. So like I said, it's huge. There's schools in EASTMARK. They make it in EASTMARK so you never have to leave. And the good thing about being in EASTMARK is you have access to some of the highest rated school districts in the state of Arizona, being in Gilbert School District and Queen Creek School District. Also, EASTMARK is home to 2 of the nation's top ranked charter schools. So if that is the direction you want to go, you can rest easy knowing that your kids will get a good education while you live in EASTMARK. Now, if you're looking at getting into a home in EASTMARK, again, this is a fairly new master plan community, and they're still building, but on average, homes are around $600,000. So a little bit higher than the other neighborhoods we mentioned, but EASTMARK is a lot newer than those and still building, and you get a lot more than what I offered at the other places, depending on what it is you're looking for. But yeah, when you come and see EASTMARK for yourself, you'll be blown away. The parks there are fantastic. The pools are great. It's a really, really great community, and it made my list just, for one of the reasons I mentioned before. Next up, I'm gonna sprinkle a little magic in there, and that is because we're heading to the magic zip code of 85254. Well, why is this so desirable? Well, it is because it is a Scottsdale address, but really it's really a Phoenix address. Well, it's Scottsdale address, but you get Phoenix taxes and utilities and building codes. So very desirable to be, considered Scottsdale, but Phoenix taxes. And over 90% of the zip code has Paradise Valley School District. So you get the best of all 3. You get lower taxes, Scottsdale address, and Paradise Valley schools, depending on where you live in that zip code. But highly, highly desirable. A friend of mine just moved there, and they were looking specifically for that zip code for that reason, to get a great home and lower taxes. Not that the taxes here are, high in comparison to some places like where we came from in Illinois, which were insane. But to be here, to be in Scottsdale with Phoenix taxes, you can't beat it. And Paradise Valley schools, I mean, that's why it is called the magic zip code. And in the zip code, it's not like you just have, homes. You have a lot of amenities, from golf courses and public safety, great schools. So you have a lot offered within that zip code. So don't just think you're finding a way to live there and not have much. Well, probably the opposite. Now, the average home price, if you are looking to get into the magic zip code, is around $890,000. So you can find a lot of different homes there, and the homes in this zip code traditionally have larger lots than other communities, definitely larger than the other two communities or three communities that I mentioned before in this video. Next up, we are heading to South Mountain, and we're heading specifically to Ahwatukee. Now, I don't know if you've heard of this place, but it's a Phoenix address again, but right there in Ahwatukee, right there at the foothills of the mountain, it is fantastic. You have homes built into the side of the mountain. And the reason this one is on the list is simply the views. The views are fantastic. And it's not like you're out in the middle of nowhere, out in the desert. You're still really close to a lot of the major amenities, really close to the 202 and the selection of homes. So if you are looking for that $2 million property, you can find it right there. Some really unique homes. And like I said, the views are out of this world. Now, homes here are on average around $600,000, but like I said, you can go up to $2, $3, $4 million if you want to be in the foothills. But the reason this one is on my list, Ahwatukee, which translates to house of your dreams, well, it is the views and the location. I love the idea of being right there, almost as close as possible to the mountains. Now, compare it to Paradise Valley, where the average is 2.5 million, and a lot of homes are in the mountains. Well, think of this as Paradise Valley on a budget. So this is the best rated by me places to call home in Phoenix Metro. Now, let me know what I missed. Did I completely drop the ball, forget about maybe the place that you're looking at? Well, let me know. Trust me, you will not hurt my feelings. I promise you that. But if you're ready to go make one of these your home, let me know. Watch these videos, and I'll see you next time. Rich Brecklin, eXp Realty, Arizona Life.